Welcome back to the Kickback Lounge podcast. My name is Drew Young, and I'm here with my co-host today, Kenny Brown.
What's going on, guys?
And we got a very special guest.
Yes.
Artist, singer, really a good creative mind.
Seriously.
We got Gabbi
Talented.
Jones in the building. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Ayo.
Feeling good. So I'm going to start the podcast. I'm going to talk about how we met because that's probably like the craziest story.
Dude, nuts.
The craziest way to
Very
meet
nuts.
somebody.
Yeah, that's different. That's crazy. I've never met anybody through jumping off an airplane, jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, exactly. Jumping out of airplane. So shout out to Jake, Big Jake, Jake Little.
Big Jake, greater shakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Get in shape.
Hey, he made it. So let's get into it. So we went skydiving.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy experience. Shout out to Jake for setting the whole thing up because we had talked about it. We were at a fight, one of my buddies' MMA fights. Shout out to Max. And we had talked about every time I see Jake, it's like the next time we plan something and the next time we go like hang out or something, it's going to be something crazy going down.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. Like Jake is like with whatever.
He's a wild card.
He is. He really is.
He's very spontaneous. Like, okay, hey, like he randomly hit me up and was like, hey, do you have to work today? And I'm like, no, I'm not really doing anything today. He's like, okay, well, if you were, just cancel everything and just meet me at my house. And I'm like, okay.
Dude.
I get to his house and he's like, okay, yeah, we're going skydiving. What?
Yeah. Oh, man. So that's what you found out?
I feel like that's the wonderful thing about him, though. Like, he's got a different type of energy, but it's like that comfort energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, he's not going to do anything bad. It's something good, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
But
it's
convince you
beneficial.
to jump out of an airplane.
Exactly. He's a wild card. He's a wild boy. He's a wild card. But, yeah, every time we link up, it's some dope shit we're doing.
No,
so how was that experience for you? Just, like, the whole like, finding out you're going to jump out of an airplane and then just, like, actually doing it that day?
Honestly, I had a conversation with Jake like prior to us actually meeting at his house and like heading out there to skydive. And I think I was like at a different point in my life. I was going through a lot. And he was just like, I think you should just start over, start fresh. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm all into it. But I never thought that we were going to go from that conversation to like honestly jumping out of an airplane. Like, I felt like it was more of a spiritual moment for me more than anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what people get. People think it's just like a fun thing to do, like it just for like content or something. But you really come away with it when there's like experiences in life that you don't know if you're going to make it out of.
No, seriously.
Right. You know what I mean?
And that like kind of gave me like a different outlook on life. Like I honestly, I don't think I'm afraid of death anymore. I don't think that I'm afraid to like really like go towards something that I believe in, like whether or not I know I'm going to fail or win, because like after doing that I felt like I really could do anything. It was kind of like it kind of gave me like reassurance, like I'm really in control of everything that's happening. Like I literally could have died but I didn't. So it was kind of like it gave me a feeling of freedom. I felt like I released like anything, like all of my fears, like all of my anger, all of my sadness. I kind of just like...
You just let it go?
Yeah, I let it go. It went away with the wind, literally. So it was cool.
Do you feel that way with music? Like when you're making music, do you feel like that helps you like escape?
Honestly, I do, because I'm not really good at communicating. I'm despite like my love for entertaining and performing, I'm kind of shy. And when it comes to like communicating with people in general, I'm not the best at it. And I think that I communicate better through music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It allows me to get all of my feelings out, my pure feelings, my pure intentions, and it makes me extremely vulnerable. It's my chance to be vulnerable. It's my chance to escape, and it's my chance to like really release everything that I'm feeling, because I don't think I do it well.
Right.
When it comes to communicating with people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So would you say that you're more what's the word I'm looking for? Are you more like kind of secluded, or do you think you're a more outgoing person?
I'm an extroverted introvert.
There you go. Okay.
So ambivert.
It makes perfect sense. Right. So if you're in the setting, then you're like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah. But if you're like you're like with the fellas, or like if you were with the homies or something, you're just like kind of
like I'm like
more tame. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's honestly the way to be though nowadays, for real. Like just to kind of get that vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say be yourself or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a thing you were talking about with the hoodie, the anti-social social club. Because like sometimes you feel like social, sometimes you feel antisocial, and you gotta balance like being able to work by yourself and like being comfortable with being by yourself and stuff, and being around people as well.
I call it a machine. I call it the ability to like, it's like a switch. I'm able to turn my switch on and I'm able to turn it off. You know what I'm saying? It depends. It's like code switching. It depends on the people that I'm around, and that's the version that they'll get. That's the version of me that they'll get. It just depends on the setting. Like if I'm in a really turned up setting, which is crazy though, because if I'm honest with myself, if I'm in a really like turned up setting, it's not intimate. I'm very observant. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like
peep the room.
Yeah, I'm kind of like peeping the room. And it's not even because like I'm uneasy. It's just because I'm trying to figure out what people's true intentions are.
She said she heard. Heard.
You know,
the past type shit. No, that's cool. That's cool though. Yeah. But I do want to talk about, how did you get started in music?
I've always known that. Ooh, did these get a little loud? I can hear myself really. No, it's good though. I've been singing and acting since the age of 7, but like professionally. But at the age of 5, I knew that I wanted to sing, but I didn't know necessarily how to go about it because I had stage fright. So at the age of 7, my parents signed me up for this acting company, and they kind of took me under their wing, and I started building up my confidence to be on the stage. So it gave me stage presence. So I went on tour with a company called JPEG.
Okay.
It was called JPEG, and me and my director were very, very close. And so he acted as my acting dad, you know. So he took care of me when I was out performing and on the road with his company. And from there, it kind of built my confidence to perform as an artist, you know what I'm saying, and not just an actress. So from there, I kind of went from acting to getting involved into a my parents signed me up for an artist development company, which was out in Atlanta. And they kind of molded me, and from there I went to an American Idol. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Before we get too deep.
Did I go too far?
Before we get too deep, there's a lot to break down in there. So what kind of acting were you like doing, like, I don't know, diaper commercials or something? Like, what did you start? You said...
I've done a Chili's commercial, Publix groceries commercial. It was more theatrical and commercializing acting. And
are those like day projects?
What do you mean, like by day projects?
Like were those like take like a day or something, like the advertisements and stuff, or was that like a week-long process that goes?
You have to audition, right?
No, that was the perks of being in a artist development boot camp. So basically, the boot camp kind of we had like Star Fridays. I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
So all week we would train, and then on Friday, the agents would come out and they would give us the opportunity to get like these commercials or these big movie gigs and things like that. It was called AGI Entertainment. And and that's actually how I got on American Idol, through AGI Entertainment.
That's what's up.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that, but yeah, that's how I got.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
No, but what takeaways did you have from acting? Because I'm always interested, and it's interesting that you shift from that.
Acting allowed me to be more creative. It allowed me to be a person that I wasn't. Like it gave me it allowed me to create this alter ego, if that makes sense.
What's your alter ego, like the name?
Two-tone. That's why sometimes I wear my hair black, sometimes I wear my hair blonde.
You were talking about two-tone, like the idea before, like the idea of it. Can you explain a little bit for the people?
I feel like two-tone has a lot of different meanings. It means a lot of different things. I'm two-tone when it comes to the way my voice sounds. I have a raspy, rock soul-ish kind of Afrobetic. Is that a word?
It is now. It is now.
No, it definitely is.
No, but my sound is very diverse.
Right.
That's why I call it two-tone, because sometimes I can have a R&B sound and sometimes I can have a raspy, reggae, rockish type of sound. Which some people will call it pop, but I call it rock soul because I feel like you can't get rock without R&B.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, is there like another artist that you would consider like kind of rock soul that you like look up to or inspires you?
Definitely Rihanna.
Rihanna? Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, she has a reggae feel, but she dives into the cultural side of music. She dives into the R&B side of things. And to me, that's what rock soul is. What
early artists were you kind of exposed to?
Yeah.
Early on is crazy though. Like my dad was really big on Buju Banton.
Shout out to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Till Shiloh, that whole album. Oh my god, that's like
Yep.
one of my favorite. Like,
really?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Okay.
All the time, yeah.
Okay.
What about like Erykah Badu?
I love Erykah
Fantasia.
Badu. Erykah Badu, Fantasia.
Hello, Mary J.
I love Mary J.
Yeah.
But I didn't really grow up listening to Mary J.
That was my era. 03
Really?
R&B. Oh my god.
Really?
Oh my god.
I'm more like Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Shaka Khan, like Billie Holiday. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into like, you talked a little bit about American Idol, and that's always surprising probably for people to hear like that you were on. And didn't you like try for The Voice too?
I did, but I lost to a dog.
Wait, like an action?
No, was it The Voice? No, because I don't think animals can audition for The Voice.
What did you lose to a dog to?
I'm sorry. It was America's Got Talent. That's what
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first big television series that I auditioned for was America's Got Talent, and I literally lost to a juggling dog.
Did they get like on to win or what? What happened?
That's pretty crazy though. A juggling dog. Like,
yeah, like I really felt like I was doing something, and then it was like, no, we're gonna go with the juggling dog.
So was he first, or were you first?
He was after me.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have to be like, oh, I gotta follow this, you know? But
no, like, I literally lost. They chose him over me.
So who's on America's Got Talent? Is that hosted by Nick Cannon, or that used to be?
I don't remember honestly. I think so though.
This was back in the day.
Yeah.
You don't remember if you met Nick Cannon? That's crazy. He actually came here about like last month.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause he had this contest. I think Showtime.
And he had an artist that he was promoting. I think she's from St. Louis. I don't know her name, but
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I don't remember if I met him or not, and that's crazy because I've met a lot of influential people. Maybe because I didn't. I probably seen him in passing, but I don't think I've actually gotten a chance to like be like, "Hey, Nick Cannon, I'm Gabby. What's up?"
Yeah.
So, but no, I've definitely seen him. Yeah.
That's funny.
And
though.
I had his headphones. I'm a real big Nick Cannon. Yeah, no.
Really?
For real. Yeah.
Would you do like Wildin' Out?
Most definitely. I can't. I don't think I can rap, but I mean, I got some bars.
You could like bar up somebody if you had to.
I mean, they need to give me like some paper. Give me like
They give you some paper, but
let me get like a good 30 seconds before we actually start filming, and I can write some stuff down and get to it.
Yeah, shout out Andrew, who works at Hot 104. He was on Wildin' Out.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was your first like TV experience. What was your second one?
Then I auditioned for The Voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was very young with a powerful voice. Like you gotta understand, I'm coming from
The Lou
theater. Yeah.
Were you an alto?
Yeah. No,
you consider
I'm
yourself an
actually
alto?
a wide range soprano.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I shine when I'm in my alto.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my comfort zone.
Right.
But nah, for real, I got a pretty wide range.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't show it.
So how was you were talking about The Voice? Like how was that?
So The Voice, I auditioned for The Voice. I think I was 12 years old, and I was singing like really big songs, and they said that it wasn't believable for a 12-year-old. And they wanted me to sing like pop songs like Miley Cyrus, and they told me
this is
like
the climb.
Yeah,
shit
the
like
climb.
That.
You know what I'm saying? And I did. How you know? I actually auditioned for this song. Dang. Okay, so yeah, but
so flashback right there.
For real. It was crazy because when I auditioned, my parents drove me to Chicago. It was in the middle of a storm. Like we really didn't. We almost did not make it to the auditions. And but we made it to our hotel. The directors of the show emailed me because I had auditioned with a video submission prior to actually coming out there, and they were like, you know, we love your voice, you have a beautiful voice, but since you are 12, we want to make sure that you're singing music that's believable.
What did you try to sing? And like, can you break that down? Like, believable.
Man, I sung a song called "Strange Fruits" by Billie Holiday.
Okay,
I thought you were about to say Nina Simone or something.
Basically,
right?
No, seriously. And and I don't know if she has her own version of "Strange Fruit," but I do know Billie Holiday also has a version of "Strange Fruit."
Yeah.
And this is one of the songs that I was singing in my theatrical plays growing up. And so this is a song that showcased my voice. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go in here and I'm gonna kill this song. But I'm up here talking about people hanging from trees and stuff. Like, they weren't feeling that vibe. Like, that was not the way to go. And they told me that. But I was like, nah, I want y'all to hear me sing. So I went in there in the audition and I sang what I wanted to sing. And they were like, we're gonna go ahead and send you home. You don't follow instructions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys ever heard that. I think it's Yeezy. Yeah, in a Yeezus album. They
Really?
actually he eclipsed the Nina Simone "Strange Fruit."
That's okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
my dad told me. You know, my dad actually did tell me that
She performed that live in the '60s in front of an all white college campus or whatever.
Yeah.
And like those type of that song right there, huge impact, man. Huge
That's
impact.
what I'm saying, and I don't think the world was ready for me to sing it.
You know what I mean?
Time.
12 years old.
Yeah.
It's just I get it.
It's like, look, girl, what you talking about? Like,
Right.
I get it.
You know.
What did that experience teach you? What'd you say?
It taught me that I should actually follow instructions more if I want to be in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do certain things that get you through the door, if that makes sense. Like, and it doesn't mean you're not being true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It just means that you have to be relatable. You know what I'm saying? Despite the things that you have been taught or learned musically or vocally, you want to be relatable. You want people to relate to you, and no one's going to relate to a 12-year-old singing about people hanging from trees.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for real. That's a good life advice too for a lot of people who are like trying to become like an artist or an athlete or something like that. Like 100%, just to get that foot in the door. Sometimes that's what you need to do.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's word. Hey, that's good advice.
Yeah.
Real quick question for you. So like when you said you kind of started somewhat like in Atlanta, would you say that like kind of your background's more South or no?
Honestly, yeah, I was in between because I traveled a lot at a young age.
Okay.
But I really made my mark in as far as professionally in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I got the most love. I'm not gonna say that's where I get the most love because I might not get no more love after that.
What
sometimes
is there a state that like inspires you the most, or like just like maybe a city, state, any place that inspires you the most?
New York.
Okay.
I felt like that because when I went through American Idol, they sent me out to New York for the first time. I had never been to New York. And they sent me out there to do a Macy's commercial. And I just woke up early one morning and I went outside and I'm like, bro, this is where music is born. You could hear people like playing instruments, like literally. I was in Madison Square Garden, like legit. My hotel room was in Madison Square Garden. I'm a foodie, so I went outside to the food truck. I'm like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Give me like
What'd you get?
I got me a Chicago hot dog.
Oh man, in New York?
Yeah, I did.
No pizza?
I did. No, I didn't get no pizza. Well, I got the pizza the second day because they was like, we got 25-cent pizza. You ain't gonna get no pizza? I was like, bet.
You get a couple slices then.
I know. Like, I did got like 10 slices because something's wrong with me. But but I got me a Chicago-style hot dog in New York. And then, it was literally, I stopped for a second and I looked around me and it was like music everywhere. Someone was playing the piano in the middle of Madison Square Garden. And then you had these people, these dancers came up and they were street dancers. And they were like really like giving it their all, and you can tell that this is something that they do every day.
Probably every single day.
Yeah.
And I have never been more inspired than
seeing these people
in any place in my life besides New York.
Yeah.
Like
they all get sturdy and stuff.
No, they do. Like, isn't that where they came from?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
The dance culture. So like
New York is different. You know what I mean? It's different. Yeah. Go ahead.
So whenever you look at like the state of like kind of like, because I know you don't really call yourself an R&B artist necessarily. You're more rock soul.
Yeah.
But for the Billboard purposes, if you're looking at R&B, what do you think about the state of like kind of the top of the charts? Like these people like Taylor Swift and Drake, and like how they have been able to kind of stay on the top of the charts. Do you think that that's talent, or do you think that that's more like notoriety? Like, what do you think it is?
I think there's a big difference between being an artist and being able to make a hit song.
100%.
And they're able to make hit records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That goes beyond just being an artist. It's being an entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what people don't realize. Like, yeah, you can be an artist, but are you an entertainer? And I feel like Drake is very entertaining. I feel like Taylor Swift is very entertaining, and they have the capability to create hit records.
For sure.
Do you think
because
that
you make a song doesn't mean it's a hit?
100%. Right. Do you think that artists nowadays have to do things outside of music in order to stay relevant, or do you think it's solely based on their music impact that keeps them relevant?
I mean, nowadays everything is on the internet. So I think that people want to be personable. Like your fans want you to be personable. And so I think that it's bigger than just music. People want to know who you are as an artist, what got you there. You know what I'm saying? What do you do on a daily basis? They want to know your morning routines, your skincare routines. They really want to be able to say, hey, I can be like that when I grow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that, I think, makes people want to come out and see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's kind of messed up too, because like people will believe that they know an artist when like, especially like a Drake or like a Taylor Swift, like you think you know how they're like just because you see so much content of them, but you have no idea until you meet them.
No, you don't, because they allow you to see what they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you know their daily struggles or what 100%. They go through, you know. And even me, like when I was on American Idol, a lot of when I got sent home, a lot of my friends, a lot of my family members were like, "Hey, why did you sing that song? Or why did you act this way?" And you gotta understand, it's TV, love.
Yeah. Let's break down that whole thing. So how did that get started? Like, when did the American Idol story arc start for you?
Honestly, I was in Atlanta at my my artist boot camp. And a lady at the time, her name was Natasha, Miss Natasha. I call her Miss Natasha. And she was telling me, hey, you need to go out there and audition to American Idol. For American Idol, they, called her, and she I think she sent over some video clips of me singing, or they may have reached out to her, something to that extent. And I was like, I was a starving artist at the time. So I was like, girl, I'm hungry. I ain't got time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hot. It's like 100 degrees in Atlanta. Like, I'm like, right. She was like, so where are you gonna pick? Are you gonna go get you something to eat? Or are you gonna go and audition? I said, I'm on my way to Wendy's. Like, oh, I'm hungry. Like, I haven't eaten in like 2 days. So she had a parent come and pick me up from Wendy's.
Oh man!
And they forced me to audition. I had no plans on auditioning.
Really? Had you given up?
No, I didn't give up. I was hungry.
You were just that hungry.
Like, no, and it was hot. Like,
hot Atlanta.
It was really, really hot.
That's like the worst combination too.
Yeah, and I was really struggling. You know what I'm saying? I had moved in with my god sister at the time, and I was just really like going through a lot as an artist. You know. And it was taking a toll on me. I don't think I gave up, but I was like prioritizing myself. Like I was like, everything, what's for you is for you. That's just how I felt. And I didn't feel like me going to stand outside in 100-degree weather and I hadn't ate, in a few days was that important.
Yeah. Right.
I felt like the food was more important for me because I thought I was going to pass out.
So you arrived there. What's it looking like? Is there like hella people or?
Yes. We, what is the park? It's called Piedmont Park. They had auditions in Piedmont Park. And there had to be over 1,000 people in that park.
Damn.
Just singing, just all singing.
It's all standing in line.
Yeah.
We ain't even got to singing yet.
Nobody singing?
They was all standing in the hot line. You know what I'm saying? And I got there and I was like mad, but I'm like, okay, cool, we finna do this.
It's a good opportunity, yeah.
Great opportunity, you know what I'm saying?
Nervous?
At the time, I had a lace front on over my locks. I was sweating out my lace front. I'm just like, this is not it. My makeup was melting, but cool, whatever.
We here.
Right. Like,
we doing it.
I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and audition. And I got there. And the people were actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I had told them the same thing that I'm telling you guys. I was like, look, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they were
Y'all
like,
got
oh my God, she has
Wendy's?
so much personality. Do you want some chips? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I like your hospitality. So they asked me to sing and I sang. And they were like, okay, we're going to go ahead and move you to the next round.
Okay. And this one's not on like TV yet, right?
No, it wasn't
This
on
is just
TV
like
yet.
a pre.
Yeah, it was before like you even got to the television part.
What season?
I was actually on the first season when they ABC took it over. So it was technically season 1 on ABC.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so after I auditioned in the park, they flew me to. Well, they didn't fly me to New Orleans. My dad actually ended up driving me to New Orleans. They told me to come out to New Orleans, and I auditioned in New Orleans. And then from there, I went to LA, and then from there, I went to New York, and then back to LA.
Was that your first time in New Orleans?
Yes.
Did you get involved in any parades or anything like that? Or?
No, I went straight to the crawfish.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How was that?
Amazing. Everything was good. The food is amazing. I don't think I've ever had any food that was.
Is it really as good as they say?
It is so good.
Okay.
It is so good. It's nasty looking, but it is so good. Like,
That's all that spice.
The gumbo, it looked like swamp water.
That's all that spice, man.
Yes, it's good though. Like, aren't they like I don't know.
Creole?
Yeah.
Creole,
like
yeah.
Creole? Yeah. Okay, cool. Bet.
So whenever you're going city to city like this, and you see, you did American Idol, all that kind of stuff. Whenever you're seeing yourself like on like things like I don't know if you were on like the St. Louis Post and all that at this point, but like how do you feel about seeing your name on these news articles and stuff after you made an American Idol?
Honestly, I didn't know that I was even on news articles or in the tabloids or anything like that until probably like 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I had never looked because when I was on American Idol and I would go onto YouTube and I would read the comments, they were saying some pretty like mean things.
Okay.
Oh really?
So yeah, so
and that's that comes with it too.
Yeah, so my mom was just like, stay off the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were kind of hurting my feelings. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were hurting my feelings.
How do you deal with that? Like, because I know music is like a very vulnerable thing for artists. Like,
exactly, it's my way of communicating.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Like,
I really just avoid the comment section. I'm strong-minded. Me and my father have always had like a business relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me a lot. That gave me like really thick skin. Like I kind of consider my dad like the newer version of Joe Jackson. So no, seriously. So.
Oh man, not Joe Jackson.
No,
he's not as strict, right?
No, he is.
He is?
Oh yes.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would like get in trouble if I didn't win. I never lost a talent show.
Yeah.
In my life.
Ever?
No, because I was gonna get a whooping.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the big inspiration right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't
It's like I'm not getting no whoopings. I gotta
not getting no
perform.
whooping. Like and so yeah. I mean, he taught me thick skin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even if I do read something, I'm like, I really know who I am as an artist at this point, to where it doesn't bother me because I feel like some people are just miserable.
Word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't make everybody happy. You can't live for everybody. You can only let people into your world, and whether or not they accept it, that's on them. But this is my way of being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? This is my way of expressing myself.
So like when you're writing your songs and stuff like that, and you're going into like the song building process, is that some things that you kind of take into account, or is it like when you're making these lyrics, is it more so like this is straight from the heart? I don't care who's listening to it.
Oh, it's always
or is it
straight.
for your fans?
It's always straight from the heart, honestly. It's always straight from the heart. It's like just depends on how I feel that day or what the vibe of the beat is. You know, how the beat moves me, that determines the type of song I'm going to make. Yeah. I can't like just go in and be like, oh my God, everybody wants to listen to this type of music.
Yeah.
What's popping right now?
Right, it's going to suck.
But you're a good artist as well, though, so you can create like something good while saying what you want to say and express your emotion.
Most definitely. Like if someone gives me a topic, like I write for other artists too. So
Okay.
if I have to, if I know that, okay, this artist is looking for reggae music, this artist is looking for R&B music, then I go into my list of like things that get me inspired to create that type of music, create that sound. And then I listen to what type of music that artist makes so that I'm able to create the best song for that artist.
What's the list of things that get you inspired?
Honestly, it's between like my environment and what I'm looking at the time. Like when I'm in a studio, I'll mute the TV, but I might have it on Animal Planet or something, or I might have it on like something weird. Like honestly, it'll be like it just depends on what I'm watching, and it'll inspire me to create something pretty dope.
That's super interesting because like I don't know, I feel like I take inspiration if I'm like editing something, or like I just like to look at all sorts of things in the environment, kind of like how you are, or like whatever's online. But I like to keep it like good vibes if I'm trying to create something, you know. You're all good.
I'm beating up the mic. No,
nah, you're all good. But yeah, so like, who was the cast? It was like Lionel Richie, I think they said.
Luke Bryan, Katy Perry.
Yeah, how is that like meeting them?
Oh my God, performing in front of them, like. Can you explain that, like, please, for a lot of people? Because that's fantastic, man.
Man, Lionel Richie is beautiful. And I'm not just saying, like, I'm not saying just, like, a beautiful person inside and out, because he is.
Right.
No. When you see him in person, it's kind of like...
They glow.
Like, you hear... It feels like you're in heaven.
Like Prince or something?
Yeah, like you see a halo. He's just glowing.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful person. Like, really, like he looks fake.
Yeah.
Like going to the wax museum.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, he's that beautiful. Seriously. Yeah. And he smells great. This is very weird.
No,
yeah. It's like your crush? That's your
crush? No, he's not my crush. I'm saying, like, that's how I felt when I first met him. Like, I was just like,
yeah.
Wow. You're real.
So you like starstruck essentially?
I think I was.
Was that your first moment?
I've never been starstruck because I've met a lot of people in the industry. Like I grew up with a lot of celebrity kids. So I never thought that I could be starstruck. But when I saw him, I was like, dude, you look really good for your age.
That's the only one ever that you've been starstruck? Or
That's the only time I've ever been starstruck. Like, ever in my life. Nobody has ever bro, he looks like he gets airbrushed.
You know what I mean? No, it probably does. He probably gets all that. That's that money.
So what's something people don't know about like the American Idol experience that we don't get to see on like TV?
I don't want to say anything bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go back.
I don't really want to say anything bad, but like people don't know. But like I said, I'm a foodie. They don't really feed you.
Yeah.
I got a lot of hors d'oeuvres. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nah.
One cutting it.
They gave me a lot of like scrambled eggs and hot sauce.
Oh, no.
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I mean, initially they got a lot of people to feed though. You gotta think about it.
No, I don't care about none of that. They got a really nice budget.
Yeah.
They have a really nice budget.
That money.
Yeah.
That is facts.
Nah, the food wasn't hitting on nothing. And then me telling them that I don't eat meat, I guess they thought I was supposed to eat broccoli and carrots the whole time.
Oh, man.
That makes it worse.
Yeah, it does. Because I was a rabbit the entire time I was on the show. Like,
where do you eat as like a vegan?
I eat like...
Or do you just make... no, that's a real question. Or do you make most of your meals? Like, do you make most of your meals or what?
Bro, like it's 2023. Like a lot of people are vegan these days. Like I eat vegan fast food.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I eat vegan soul food.
Like Impossible Burgers and stuff?
Vegan soul food?
I kind of try to stay away from Impossible Burgers. Like Impossible meat is actually not good for you. Sorry.
I heard.
I'm probably never going to get sponsored by that. But
I heard.
Yeah, it's really not good for you.
Isn't it just beans and stuff, right?
I eat beans, but I'm not just sitting there eating beans all day. Like, I would be definitely gassy if I would just be sitting there just eating beans all day. But no, like
that's funny. Oh man.
I stay away from tofu.
Okay.
I do cook a lot. I'm really big on, throwing down in the kitchen. Like, I can cook. Just because I don't eat meat doesn't mean I don't know how to cook it.
Okay, what do you rate your cooking skills like out of 10? Like
I do what needs to be done.
He said out of 10.
Out of 10, I'm a 50. What you talking about?
50 out of 10.
I'm really good. I'm a really good cook.
Uh-huh.
Do you want a plate?
Huh? I do.
Yeah.
I throw down, like, for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but so are you working on any projects right now?
I actually am. I'm about to have a single. I'm about to release a single, and as well as an EP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And it's called The Gift of Gab.
Yeah.
I say The Gab Gift. No, it's really called The Gift of Gab.
So what like inspired that? Would you say?
I think I have a way with words. You know what I'm saying? I think I can sell water to a well. So
Yeah, word.
I have the gift of gab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to know, like, what do you like try to, with your fan base, do you try to like inspire them, or do you just try to give them like raw feeling how you're feeling?
Both. I'm really big on like women empowerment, especially as it pertains to the women in the industry, because I know that they have like a lot of like programs, or I guess I wouldn't say like necessarily programs, but like movements as far as women empowerment. But I feel like the women in entertainment need their own movement, and so I'm really big on, you know, empowering women in the entertainment, because there's a lot of things that happen behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the women in entertainment need a lot of protection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
What advice would you give to like a woman coming up in the industry or about to get into it?
Yeah.
don't get into it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you have people around you that care about you genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I feel like, and I've said this on a lot of other interviews, I feel like it's a male-dominated field. You know what I'm saying?
Just like music in general, or you're certain like?
I feel like entertainment in general.
Okay.
I mean, and not even necessarily entertainment. Like, I just feel like a lot of different things that, like even like that are commercialized, they have a powerful man behind it. Men, I went to like a convention. I forgot what it was called, but I went to a convention, and they were telling me, I was learning about like who makes the different types of fingernail polish that we as women wear, and the makeup. Men are behind all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like with women getting into like these different avenues of marketing, entertainment, just everything that has to do with entrepreneurship.
More ownership, yeah.
Ownership. You have to have not just a genuine male presence behind you, but a genuine group of women that are there to support you as well. That's what I think.
So whenever you like look at the industry as far as music, and you see like the like year that women had last year, and year after and year before that, like these last couple of years, I feel like women have been.
It's getting better.
Oh, they did
It's
their
getting better.
thing.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
Like women are on the charts more so than men. Like right now.
No, seriously.
How do you feel about that? Like, does that make you feel?
We winning.
I was gonna say, does it make you feel like empowered? Because I honestly love to see that.
Yeah.
And especially when it's just not like one type of genre, when it's just not one, like they're just not all rapping. Like it's some rap in there, but it's also people like I think her name is like Pink. What's her name? Pink Pantress or something like that.
The girl
With
that did the song with
Ice
Ice Spice.
Yeah, like
Ice Spice.
you know what I mean. So when it's
You're
Doja
talking about-
Cat, when it's stuff like that, when it's a little bit different and stuff
Yeah.
like that, that's what I like to see. So
No, me too.
it's just it's cool to see it grow like that.
Yeah, it gives me hope for the future.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna say this.
For sure.
I'm gonna say this, and you don't have to respond to it or even react. Okay.
Okay.
But I want to say, I think the hottest female in the industry right now, number one overall, is probably Ice Spice.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
That's interesting.
I said that one because she makes good music. That's number
You got
one.
a crush on her?
I'm getting there. Number one, she makes good music. Like she stays on beat and like keeps it interesting while just not like talking about one subject.
Yeah.
She consistent. Like
Yeah.
she's dropping like
She's real.
she's dropping. She just dropped the EP.
Very real.
And yeah, celebrity crush right there. So
Yeah, definitely.
Respond to my
'Cause you
DM,
just said
Ice Spice.
she stays on beat. There's a lot of people out here that stay on beat.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's kind of like when you go in the
Especially with
studio, that's
drill.
the goal.
drill is like that's a different. Like it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
To like stay on beat with drill
Totally
and like. I mean, I listen to a lot of drill, like UK drill and New York drill.
Okay, yeah,
So like, I kind of like tapped into like the whole.
Yeah.
I like the New York vibe and stuff. So, but Ice Spice definitely like. I thought her EP was fire. You know?
Really?
It was pretty fire. Yeah.
Did you not like it? I mean, you don't have to say it, but
I'm not gonna even lie. I did not listen to the entire.
Oh yeah,
EP.
it's like 4 or 5 songs or something.
Yeah.
Go check it out after.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
It's
I feel
fire.
bad because I did not listen to it.
No, yeah, I think she's like number 1, but I don't know who you have like as number 1 or if you like if it's like a different genre for you completely.
I try to listen to, I try to make my playlist like diverse. I don't just like listen to one person or just like, you know what I'm saying, stick to one genre because then it reflects in my music.
Okay. So you don't like to that's kind of interesting because it's the same way with like podcasts. Like if I watch one person doing their podcast, just watch like every episode and nobody else, I'm going to start like having some of their like
you're gonna be biased.
Characteristics,
yeah,
you know
what I'm saying? Like you have to be open-minded. So I think that me liking to listen to like different genres and tap into like I will listen to opera, honestly.
Oh,
you know
hell yeah.
No, seriously.
Do you like Baroque?
I've never heard of
Romantic era?
Yeah,
that's like classical. That's like classical.
No, but classical, yeah.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Yeah, I literally listen to all types of music. I even listen to obviously I listen to rock, but I listen to heavy metal.
I was gonna ask you. So, when looking at like how much like quantity of music, like LPs, EPs, albums, what do you think like the best way to consume music is? Is it an LP? Is it an EP? Is it an album? Is it a full experience 20, 40 song album like what Chris Brown dropped? Like, what is the imperfect amount of music for you to consume to get your point across?
That's a hard question because I feel like people these days have a short attention span. So I don't think the fans are really going towards like consuming big projects. You know what I'm saying? I think people like to listen to a lot of singles. Like I just think the attention span is just not there. I wish that it was.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. What I'm saying? I think other artists respect people being able to put together a solid project, but I just don't think that like today everybody is just like, what's next? You know no one is just sitting there like, oh my God, this is a great album. Like, there's very few people.
Ice Spice is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that an EP or is that an
she
LP?
That was an EP.
That
was an EP
right?
because she put out like I think like 4 or 5 songs, but they're all like
they're
all
short to the point. You may have a couple people on there.
Yeah, people aren't even making like 3-minute songs now.
Right.
No.
Talk about the AI stuff you were.
When you think of like AI art and like AI writing now is what we're doing, where we get these AI bots to basically make a full-fledged song or a full-fledged album or project. Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm just tapping into
because we're getting going right now. Like we're getting going right now.
I see that.
We're ahead of the curve, but it's coming.
Yeah, like I'm just now tapping into it. I really don't know how to feel about that. Honestly, I think it takes. Well, I mean, and then a part of me, because I don't know a lot about it, I just like from listening to different people talk about it, I think it takes away from the creativity.
It definitely does because like I don't know if you heard any AI songs yet. But like they got like AI Drake, and it's like it sounds
like AI Rihanna and everything like that. Yeah,
it sounds just like them. Some of it's good, some of it's like complete trash, but it'll get better.
Yeah, and I know it'll get better, but that's scary.
Yeah, it's kind of scary
because it's taken away from the artist. You know what I'm saying? It's taken away from the individuality, the creativity of that artist that it's trying. And
like
portray.
You said, you write your own music, and you enjoy writing your own music, and you write for other people. You know, and you kind of there's an art form in that in itself because you're basically studying that person, seeing how they sound, seeing what they like. So you know,
what is this?
A bot? Yeah, I was gonna say a bot doing that.
So yeah, with writing songs for people, do you ever feel like, damn, I should have kept that one?
All the time. But you know, money talks.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great thing to have. Great motivator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
For the right price, you can have it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It helps.
You know, so and then it's not me necessarily getting rid of the song. It's not necessarily like, oh, that's no longer my song. It's just allowing somebody to deliver the song in a way that I wouldn't have delivered it. And that makes me feel great too, because the fact that I could make a song that somebody else could love just as much as me, it makes me feel like I did my job. One
thing Kai, I don't know if you know Kai Cenat. He's like a streamer, but he's pretty big. He always has like rappers on and stuff. But he was talking about like one thing he said just about like live. He's like, play the back until it's time to play the front. So he's basically saying like, sometimes you gotta play that back roll.
No, for real.
Even if it's like if it's like, damn, I wish I could, be in the
front.
Be the girl or be the guy,
Yeah.
But it is like that sometimes,
And I think it's an okay role to play. Like, it's so many people. I think that so many people are trying to wear hats when it's not. They're trying to wear specific hats when it's not their time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can learn a lot from sitting back and being in the back.
It sucks though sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure you felt it.
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't really suck that bad because I can see from back here where you messed up. So when it's my time to shine,
that's true.
I know what not to do.
Right.
That's
because I've been
true.
playing the background for so long. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you did that. Let me not do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's just so many different experiences that you get to experience and you get to mess up that you wouldn't be able to do if you were in the front because everybody is going to see your you know what I'm saying, your mess ups and your flaws.
Maybe that's just like the ambition in me to where like, I mean, I work on like radio shows, I work on like other things, but I have to like, sometimes I'm the support guy in a lot of this, and like if I'm not like hosting or something, I have to watch somebody else host, and like I'm like, I wish I could like give my commentary. Like sometimes I'm able to and I can like give my commentary on something, but like I just have to understand that it's not my time yet, and like I can't. Like, I gotta let other people shine and work hard.
Right.
But for me, that's hard. I'm like, I'll make the mistake. I don't care. I'll make the mistake and learn from it. But like, it's it's getting there.
It's a different, different level to it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Word.
it's like, something you gotta work towards. What were you saying?
Same thing. Same thing. It's just, it's definitely a process to it. And it's one of those things where like, I enjoy seeing when artists like blow up.
Really?
I like seeing that first year because it's like, it shows you a lot. When you see artists like, I know I'm old as fuck for saying this, but like Lil Pump, stuff like that.
Yeah.
When those guys blow up, you know what I mean? Like,
And
it's just,
it's
it's nuts to see.
Yeah, because you're like, man, I remember when I was your fan when you were like at this level.
Right.
That's how I felt about like Lil Uzi. Like I was like,
Lil
bro,
Uzi.
He was
Me and my buddy from KC, me and my buddy Tyler, shout out Tyler. Me and him saw Uzi in concert before Uzi had any fans.
Really?
Literally, we saw
That's what
him.
I'm
He performed
saying.
Sub-Zero. I don't
In
know if
St.
you know
Louis,
that
right?
one. In St. Louis.
Yeah.
Downtown in North County. I don't know what that's called. What's that venue called, you know?
Oh, no.
It's a small venue, North County. Bro, I mean, there was like maybe 150 people there.
Really?
That's it. That's it. It was
wow.
like 2016, 2015.
Yeah, it was like
So
right
he
before
was
Uzi blew up.
He was
Yeah.
just
This was
Love
bro.
Is Rage. The
Love Is
first
Rage,
one?
yep.
Or
Love Is Rage came out. He had a couple songs with Trippy, bro. That was like the
that
was his run right there, bro. Oh my god.
I've always wanted
Nuts.
to see him perform. I
Also
think
saw J. Cole too.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Forest Hills Drive tour.
That's
what's
crazy.
the best concert you've been to?
I've been to the White T-shirts. I love them.
okay.
I mean, I love Hey There Delilah.
Okay.
So I think that's like one of the the coolest concerts I've ever been to.
What venue was that?
In my entire life. They came to my college.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they performed at like my college homecoming, and it was crazy. Like
That's sick.
It
Yeah.
was just. I don't think I've ever, me personally, because I've been to. I don't want to say what other concerts I've been to, because then that's gonna be like.
Conflict of interest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say mine. I'll say mine.
I haven't been to a lot, but I think that was one of the most inspiring concerts that I've ever been to.
I went to the one here. My favorite one might be like the Kid Cudi concert we went to,
Yes.
or like Drake and Migos was pretty cool.
We went
Really?
to Chicago
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
I've actually opened up for the Migos.
Oh,
I just think I've opened up for the
Whoa.
Migos, Dej Loaf, 2 Chainz.
Shout out Dej Loaf.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like,
Let's
come
just be
on
honest,
now.
you know?
No,
For
for
real.
For real.
But I just think that people's ability to put on a show, like, I mean, there's a lot of performers, but
To make you feel it.
yes, like I just felt like the White T-shirts put on a show that I felt in my soul. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I really was. Dude broke a guitar and came back on stage with another guitar.
I really love rap, and and I hope I don't ruffle feathers. I
Me
love
too.
rap. I love hip hop. But when it comes to live concerts, I agree with you. Instruments and
That's what I'm
strings
saying.
and drums and percussion. Like I saw the Growlers in concert recently, and
Really?
it's just oh my god, that's alternative. They call it beach goth, which is
Okay.
like Beach Boys meets I don't know, some like really dark like alternative rock.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Check them out. But like seeing them in live versus like seeing someone like J. Cole, who else do we see? Damo Genesis, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
way better. I'm sorry, but like I did go to the Mac Miller concert before he passed.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yes, good AM tour. Good AM tour. And it was just seeing Mac in person, you could tell something was going on, and just like all that it stayed with me for a minute.
That makes the performance even better.
That makes the performance though.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Post Malone, like these guys that you can tell, you can look on their face that they're going through it.
I don't know,
but it's just
Post
I don't know what it is,
the healthiest he's ever been.
That's what he claims. That's what he claims.
It could be an artist like kind of lying and shit, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think artists are always as truthful as they would like to be, because then you have to deal with the media judging you instead of accepting the fact that you are a
you might need
human.
some help. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You are human, and we all have, you know, downfalls, and we all need pick-me-ups. You know what I'm saying? So, but to actually admit that you're going through something, we don't live in a society that I feel like will allow us to do that. So, of course, you have to tell little white lies here and there. You know? So, but I mean, I think all of the greatest artists go through things.
Absolutely, especially the greatest artists.
That's what makes them
They definitely go through a lot.
Yeah, that's what makes them great. You know, and that's what makes their music so great.
Yeah,
that's what makes them relatable.
So, what advice would you give for a young musician out there?
My advice would be never take no, like, not necessarily as an answer, but never take a no as if it's like the end of your career. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, everything, what's meant for you is what it's going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you should make all of your no's turn into yeses. You know what I'm saying? And it should give you like a bigger outlook on what your true purpose is and what your true direction could be. If that makes sense.
That's good advice. Like, basically just I see it as like the people that told you no, maybe it's like a little vindictive, but like make them sorry they didn't say yes at that moment. That's 100%. How I feel.
No, seriously.
100%. I think that with anybody who's like kind of pursuing anything, like you spoke on it perfectly, and I feel like that's like the main mentality you should always have. You know, always play the back until you're in the front, like you guys were saying. Yeah. And just learn. Yeah. Learn. Like whatever they did wrong, you know, just kind of make some tweaks and until it's perfect.
Yeah, I think
that's wonderful.
I think we should always, like, I don't think there's a certain age in which you stop learning. Right. You know what I'm saying? No one knows everything. If you did, you would be like God.
Absolutely.
You know? So
where can the people find you?
On social media sites, well, my name is It's Just Gab. That's It's Just GABB on everything. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Twitch, everything.
Twitch, you doing some streaming?
Yeah, I just started. Like, but I think I suck. But let's get it. I just started like last week.
Yeah. Like, what motivated you to start streaming?
My little brother, like, he's really like tech savvy. He was like, "Bro, why aren't you streaming?" And I'm like, first of all, I don't know.
What's the age range? Because that age, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I got a little cousin.
My younger brother, he's I thought you were saying like what's the age?
Yeah, right.
Age range
like
for streaming. No, my younger brother, he's like 17.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
that's
17.
The age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, "Bro, why aren't you on Twitch?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I downloaded it, but I never really streamed." And I think it's because every time I went live and I ended my stream, for some reason I don't know why it doesn't post.
Okay.
Am I like doing something wrong?
We'll answer that out there, but
yeah,
that's like a long answer, bro.
Like, why?
Yeah, it's like some technical stuff.
Okay. I've been streaming all weekend, and I'm like, bro, like, where is my footage?
Really?
Yeah, because I was gonna upload it on YouTube and everything, but no.
I think you can stream straight to YouTube and it will put it up.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that might be something.
You can do like a live stream and then it just uploads right after.
Somebody needs to teach me because.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty sick.
I feel like a grandma.
Yes, but check out Gabbi Jones here. We'll put her link in the bio and stuff.
Yeah.
And make sure to like this video, rate it 5 stars, comment your thoughts. If you guys have any questions for her, go DM, shoot you a DM.
You can definitely shoot me a DM.
Do you read your DMs or?
I read all my DMs, no matter. Like, I read the primary, the general, all of that.
Oh, okay.
Like
all that.
All that. But I also have a concert that I'm headlining. It's, on the June 24th at the Diamond Hall Center. I think that's what it's called. It's in St. Peter's. I'm going to be releasing and performing my single. It's called Love To.
Okay.
And I'm going to have like openers. It's really at Women's Empowerment. I'm going to have like an all-girl band and all women band, whatever. But yeah, I just want to empower, like I said, other entertainers that are in the industry. So
I might have some people that for you that might be down.
Definitely. Like
sure.
yeah, I really would love you guys to come out as well.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just the people that you know.
For
like,
sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, June 24th.
That'll be down. Make sure to check her out and subscribe to the podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Yeah.